It's the end of the year, so you know what that means, another list. So today, join me for my top 5 Build-A-Figures from Marvel Legends. Pow and welcome back to the channel, Dan Who Reviews. As always, my name is Dan W. Make sure you are following me on Instagram at It's Dan Who. Now, as tradition on this channel, at the end of the year, I break it down into categories for my top 10 lists. Today is a little bit different as I do my top 5 Build-A-Figures from Marvel Legends. Now, it has been a good year for collecting, and this could have very easily been a top 10 list, but I did want to include my MCU figures in a different list. So go and check out the videos tab and check out my other lists for the end of the year. Today is all about my top 5 Build-A-Figures. So I did ask people on my Instagram story what their favourite Build-A-Figures of the year were, and the results were varied, but there were some favourites amongst them. So my list is constantly changing, so without further ado, let's get into it. This is my top 5 Build-A-Figures from Marvel Legends of 2018. So coming in at number 5 in my top 5 Build-A-Figures is SP//DR, aka Speeder, as he is the manga version of Spider-Man. Now, inside here, there is apparently a spider that is telepathically controlled by Penny Parker. Now, we didn't get a Penny Parker in this wave, unfortunately, which I think Hasbro definitely missed out on. And at first, a lot of people were very confused with this figure because no one really knew what it was, as it was a very unique character from the Spider-Verse storyline that hadn't appeared much. But thanks to the new Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse film, a lot of people are now very familiar with this guy, and he's a lot more sought after now than when he originally started to appear on shelves. Now, I quite liked it. Again, it wasn't a Build-A-Figure choice I would have chose myself, and I think I said that in my review, but it is quite well articulated for a figure of its awkward shape and size. Again, just a shame we never got a Penny Parker, as the two go hand in hand. But I quite liked it, even if it did look like some weird spider robot bird hybrid, and it's definitely worthy of a top 5 spot on these comic Build-A-Figures. Again, really well articulated, a little bit awkward to stand, but you can make it work. And again, thanks to the Spider-Verse film recently, a lot of people now know who it is. But it is a manga version of Spider-Man from an alternate universe. This is a mech robot with a telepathic spider inside, controlled by Peggy Parker. That's not confusing at all, is it? No. But still, here he is, SP//DR, aka Speeder, at number 5. Coming in at number 4 is Dr. Curt Connors, aka The Lizard. Now, this is one of my favourite Spider-Man villains. Again, you know I love that Rogues Gallery, and this is very reminiscent of the animated series and the early comic days. But the lack of articulation really let this figure down, as you wanted to get this guy in an imposing sort of tall stance, but those legs do not bend very much. I know a few people did a few mods online, but I haven't really got around to doing it yet. But it would definitely be better if this guy could have straight legs and be imposing, standing tall as a half man, half lizard type hybrid as he's meant to be. I really like the ripped up raincoat on top, while the sort of lab jacket with the dirt on the back there. The tail's well articulated, which does help it stand, especially with those awkward legs. A few people I know have cut out the tongue, as they prefer it without the tongue, but it is an articulated jaw, and there is an articulated neck there as well. So again, apart from the awkward leg articulation, I do really like this figure. Very nostalgic, as I said. You know I love those Spider-Man villains, and it was definitely one I needed for the collection. So I'm happy to have him, and he's worthy of his number 4 spot. Now, if those legs were a little bit better articulated, then maybe he would have been higher. But for now, he's your number 4 on the Build-A-Figure list. At number 3, we have the monster Venom. Now, I have to admit, when we first realised we were going to get a monster Venom, I wasn't that excited, because I thought to myself, I've already got a Venom. I would have preferred to build a figure of a character I didn't have. But then you got this figure in hand, and it is very impressive. I really like the sort of purple shine, the metallic sort of purple on the body there, and it just looks really good under lights. It's a big, beefy, bulky Venom. So a lot of people ain't sure if this is like the Matt Gargan Venom, or no one's really 100% sure what portrayal of Venom it is, but it doesn't matter. It's just a giant, beefy Venom looking character, and especially due to the popularity of the film recently with Tom Hardy, I know a lot of people have been after a Venom like this, and this is probably the closest thing we have to a movie version of Venom. Not that I want a Tom Hardy version of Venom or anything like that, but still, it is very reminiscent of it. But I like it. He's definitely a unique character. If you're going to have two of the same character, you want two that look completely different, and this definitely does look different to the classic Venom. But Venom is seen in the comics many times like this, and I do really like it. I really like, as I said, the tentacles. I like the spider symbol on it. I like the paint job. His horrible facial expression, which is really nice with the tongue sticking out. And yeah, overall, like this figure a lot more than I thought I was going to when I had it in hand, and definitely stands out on the shelf. My girlfriend hates this one. She thinks it's really ugly, so that's why I put it in pride and place. At number 3. And this year's runner-up at number 2 is Apocalypse, M. Sabanor himself. Now, I really like this figure. I always wanted a decent looking Apocalypse that was more in scale rather than that big massive one that we got with the Toy Biz days. And he is meant to be a big, tall, imposing figure, so I think he's the perfect size to sort of tower above your X-Men without looking ridiculous. But yes, he looks really nice. I really like the blue metallic with the sort of techno organic futuristic armor that he's got on. Really like it. Love the paint job, love the facial expression, and you can still got plenty of articulation in the head even with that big neck piece on there as well. So yeah, decent figure. The only disappointing thing when this originally come out is that we never got any accessories. We just got the 2 hands which you see there, but thanks to Archangel, one of his 4 horsemen, we actually got this sort of pincer piece that can actually pick up and grab your Marvel Legends. So again, the possibilities for accessories on this guy were endless. So we were hoping Hasbro would give us more, but unfortunately so far we are yet to see any more accessories, which is a shame, but it's nice to know Hasbro are at least thinking of it when they gave us these pincers. So maybe we shall see more in the future. I hope we do, but for now he stands in my X-Men collection amongst my villains, looking very imposing, and he was definitely a character I needed in my collection. Very nostalgic from the comics, from the animated series, an important villain, an important character in the whole X-Men universe. So I needed him. Happy I've got him. At number 2, Apocalypse. And at number 1, who else could it be but this monster of a figure, pun intended, of Sauron. Half man, half dinosaur, straight from the Savage Lands. Mainly associated with the X-Men, this guy came as a bit as a surprise as he was part of the second Deadpool wave of the year, and he was definitely worth getting that whole wave for because it is a beast of a figure with an impressive wingspan. So if you can find enough room on your display to actually display him with his wings open like this, he is going to stand out without a doubt. There is some decent articulation there as well, so you can actually get his wings folded up and get him standing in that sort of dinosaur-esque pose. He's got an articulated jaw as well, which you can actually see inside the mouth with his tongue and whatnot. But yeah, just so impressive. Even the paintwork on both of the wings with the sort of lighter shade of green there in the middle will stand out if you have him posed flying with a decent flight stand. You're going to need a decent flight stand to get him flying, but if you can, his neck does articulate and you can get him in a decent flying position. It's just so big, it will be really hard to do it. You're going to have to get some decent string and attach him to your ceiling or something. But if you can do that, this guy will definitely stand out in your collection. Maybe we'll see more Savage Land creatures and characters in the future of Marvel Legends, but this is a nice start. I know we've had a couple, but they're worthy of updates, and this one is going to be hard to beat. Very impressive, really like it, and easily is the #1 builder figure for Marvel Legends of 2018. So there you have it, my top 5 Marvel Legend builder figures for 2018. These are so big, it's so hard to actually get them all in the one frame, but I'm trying and they look really good. Long gone are the days of Puck and Rocket Raccoon being builder figures. This is the way forward. Hasbro are doing a great job and I hope for the same in 2019. These are really good. So as always, let me know in the comments below, do you agree or disagree with my list? It's all about the conversation, people. This is my personal favourite top 5 builder figures, but I want to know yours in the comments below. And make sure you check out the videos tab and check out reviews for all of these and all of the figures in their waves and the other top 10 lists I've done for 2018, including single carded figures and MCU figures and all of that goodness. So let me know in the comments below your favourites, what you're anticipating in 2019. And as always, people, my name has been Dan W. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. It's the most important thing. And I shall see you on the next one.